brother, like, the thing that bothers me, I was telling you earlier and I was going to save it for the interview. What if these things come in your house?
They have opened my door.
They have opened your door?
They have opened my door.
Something big is spooking residents. Multiple people have claimed to see a large furry animal trudging through the woods.
I literally could see him from all the way over here. I started hearing it. It was very large, and it was running so fast.
Of sorts for campers in Taos County. The Sheriff's Office is sharing safety tips on social media to protect yourself from
Bigfoot.
I saw something out of the corner of my eye off the side of the road in a culvert.
It's not like a bear, and it wasn't like a coyote. I've never seen anything like that.
No details, big, like 10-foot foam, big. It freaked out, hit her in the leg.
I don't think it registered what it was.
What's the likelihood that there are big animals that have gone undetected by scientists and by trained observers?
Flat Rock.
Yes, sir.
It's about time, brother.
Yes, sir.
How you been?
It's been good.
Yeah?
Waiting to get on it again at the house.
I bet you are.
Yes, sir.
So, everybody, Flat Rock has a very unique situation, very unique story. He also believes that he has Bigfoot living on his property, or at least coming through very often.
Absolutely.
So, why don't you go ahead, without further ado, go ahead and tell us the story. What happened? How did it start? And what went on first?
Well, what went on first that was noticeable was banging on the house. My mom moved up there first. She called me up, told me, there's something tapping on her window. Told her to look out. She's too scared to. But then, she started the phone up. Then you can hear the banging on the house. That went on for a little while. Finally stopped. She hung up, grabbed up her dogs, came back to Panama City. That was the very first thing that happened that we knew of. But, we didn't think of Bigfoot. We just thought it was people.
So it made her leave?
Yeah, it made her leave.
Okay.
Yeah, it made her leave. Soon after that, my brother Bobby moved up, to, because it scared her that bad. My brother moved up, and it happened to him, out there. I come out there, went hunting one day. I wasn't moved up there yet, and I'm staying at my mom's house, sound asleep. Next thing you know, 3 hard bangs on the trailer. I jump up. I'm thinking that's my brother, I'm late for going hunting. It's my brother banging on the door. Get up, go to the door, look outside, it's pitch dark. Looked over at the clock, it's a little after 3 o'clock. No reason. I opened the door and I looked. Nobody's out there.
How loud is that hit on the house? See, it's
loud.
Yeah, I try to describe it to people, but I don't think they really get an idea.
No, it shakes the trailer.
Right.
It shakes the trailer that you're in. I mean, it's like taking a log and hitting your house.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
I told a guy the other night that it sounds like somebody just drove a motorcycle into your wall.
Yeah.
Boom! And it shakes a house. I've been in a house and a couple cabins, and it just, the whole place.
Yep.
Boom! Like the amount of force.
Yep.
I don't know how something could generate that, but.
Yep. All right, there's another time, before we talked about these creatures, I was out in the tree stand, and I started hearing, it was in the afternoon, started hearing some tapping going on out on off to my left, then again off to my right, and then it did it again, Didn't pique my interest, really. I was just thinking woodpeckers, nothing more. But then, all of a sudden, you can hear some heavy steps coming up this little ridge. You've seen it.
Yeah.
It's real steep.
The one to the back corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it come up that ridge, and it's stomping. And, I'm not thinking, again, Bigfoot, but, whatever it was big. But it never showed itself. Whatever it was, never showed itself. So, I stayed there about 30 more minutes after that. I walked over to the house. I guess in August of 2019, I mean, 'cause there's a lot of other things that happened. Like, we hear walking. When we pull up in the driveway, we'd hear walking away from us, stuff like that. But in August of 2019, I go to my mom's house. We eat breakfast. And I go outside and back porch, smoking a cigarette.
Is your mom there at this point?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her and my brother's inside the house.
Okay.
They still sitting at the table. I can hear Mr. Bob working on the cook shack up front. And by the time I've taken a puff of my cigarette, I just look off to my left hand, about 10 o'clock, and I'm seeing this big old black blob there. Just solid black. Couldn't tell what it was. It's just black. And it's right there up in the bushes. And I'm sitting there staring at it, and it starts turning. I mean, extremely slow. Extremely slow. Like so slow it don't even look like it's really even moving.
Right.
But eventually we locked eyes. And once we locked eyes, all I could do was drop my head because I knew exactly what it was at that time because my brother, said he had seen something, but, nobody believed him. But,
what did he say he saw?
We went up there, me and my son, to go up there and visit. And he wanted to go see the river.
Yeah.
So he went through the woods, but he got turned around, okay, and it got dark. He called us up, said he's lost in the woods. So we drove down that little trail, with the car, trying to beep him out. It got dark on him. And all he had was his cell phone with the flashlight on it. And he said he was walking. He got to, it was still on the other side of the washout, but, the washout wasn't so deep at that point. But he said as he was walking out and we're beeping the horn, he walked right up to something. He said it was huge. He come out and told us, straight up, I think I seen Bigfoot. Well, we giggled at him.
Yeah.
We did. We giggled at him. And I feel sorry I did now. Yeah.
Right.
What I know now. But that's the first time, Bigfoot ever even was said in our presence,
right.
in a show, But, we didn't take him serious. We just thought he got scared, seen something, but not no Bigfoot, but
right.
let it be. The second time he said he called me up, He said Karen, which was his wife, she had the dog out, and they was coming back to the house. And by the time they got in the house, you could hear something busting through the woods in that section of woods right there in front of my house.
Yeah.
Come busting through the woods and was screaming, right there at the wood line, And he held the phone out the door for me, And you could hear the screaming. Oh, I just told him, I said, Bobby, that's a bear.
Yeah.
It's a bear. But he knew better. I didn't.
Right.
But that's the two events that happened to him out there before I moved out there. But anyway, Mr. Bobby was working on that cook shack, and this thing turns toward me. All I could do is just drop my head and just start saying, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and just trying to figure a way to get back to the door because there's nothing in between me and this thing. Other than them bushes that he's standing in.
Right.
He's sitting, he's standing. And I figured that thing was just watching Bob work on the cook shack, because he banging on that tin.
Yeah.
This was morning, daylight, But that's what got me to believing that these things are so real,
Okay, so what happens next? Are you living there? You're not living there at this point, right?
In August, I was, yeah.
In August,
now,
you was.
Let me step back. This July 4th event that went on. That's the night that we really all got scared out there. Now, I was living out there at this time. I moved out there October 2018. This was July of 2019. We had a big dinner that day. We cooked out on the back porch on the grill and finished it all, went home. And Bob called me up I was still living in a fifth wheel at the time.
Right.
My trailer was there, but I wasn't moved over there yet. But Bob had called me up, said somebody just crossed through the yard. Well, you know where I live. So nobody should be crossing through that yard.
Right.
Nobody. So we went after them with guns. We went after them with our guns. And
Why did he think somebody was crossing through your
he
yard?
seen them.
Oh, he seen them. Okay.
Seen them. You know, I got some footage that looks identical to what he saw, but from my house to that area, he seen it from up front to the back. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
it was the same exact place, same event. But
Right there in the front yard where we usually camp.
right there where my mom's double wide is, right here.
Yeah.
That's a little section of woods right here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right there. That's
All right.
where it was crossing.
Gotcha.
And he called me up. You know, we went after it with guns, thinking it was people crossed through the yard. And we didn't find him, so we went back up on the porch. We were sitting there talking. Next thing you know, I hear a rustling over there on the side of my mom's house, you know, like about 30, 40 feet. And I said, Bob, did you hear that? You know, by the time I said that, you hear more rustling.
Yeah.
So we walked down there thinking, there he is right there. So we tell him, come on out. We hear you, get on out of here. Nothing was said. I said it again, same thing, nothing said. Well, I said, at the third time, I said, well, you going through the woods, don't come back to this yard. And about the time I said that, Bob shot a bullet up off in there.
Right.
Okay? Well, nothing. We didn't hear nothing. Everything was cool. We thought, that dude's scared enough. He ain't coming back. Well, that night, I'm in my RV. I don't know if it's after midnight or not. I know everybody's in bed or watching TV, and something loud, come out of them woods. It was more than one, I'm thinking people coming out of them woods, got in behind my mom's new home where we still got a lot of stuff packed in back there. And you start hearing screaming, banging, ripping boxes. Some of the boxes were ripped. You could actually hear chest thumps going
Really?
back
Okay.
there.
How long after the shot is this?
The shot was right after dark.
Yep.
This event happened either right before midnight or a little after midnight.
Right on.
Okay. These things were screaming, dude. I mean, this was loud, and like I said, it's more than one.
How many do you think?
More than one.
Yeah.
Probably more than two.
Okay.
There was a lot of screaming. And I'm thinking, it's either meth heads, homeless people, whatever.
Right.
Bigfoot's never entered my mind. I just never believed in them. Never do. But it scared me enough. I had my gun out. They didn't come around that trailer, that double wide trailer.
Right.
Because if they did, I'd set off a shot. Because they scared us.
Yeah.
That was scary. And you also figure it's people just trying to run us out of there. We're the first people who actually lived on this property. So, it was either one of them three events,
Right.
The only reason I go to meth heads, is because our neighbor, Mr. Patterson, he had told us back in the day, there used to be a bad element of people back there. And that's the only reason I go to drug addicts.
Right.
But, yeah.
So this is before your sighting of the blob?
Yeah, that's before sighting, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
First thing, that was really scary.
Right.
Really, really scary.
Okay, so now you know that there's Bigfoot there after this July 4th thing.
After the August thing, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so after your sighting.
After my sighting, yeah.
All right. How long did the July 4th go on? Like, how long did that last?
I want to say 5-10 minutes up in that area.
Okay, so they were raising hell for
they were raising hell, dude. Raising total hell.
Right. And just about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right on.
Between 5-10.
Yeah.
Because when you're in that mode,
Yeah, 100%.
you can't keep time.
Right.
Because you just you're frozen.
Right.
You're frozen.
So what do you do next? Now that you know there's Bigfoot there.
Well, that's the day. The very next night's when I started recording.
Okay.
Very next night after that, July 4th. That's the first day I started recording.
So you immediately went to putting that mic out there.
Yep.
And trying to capture this stuff.
Yep. I caught it the very next night. Vocals the very next night. I caught something coming up that back porch.
Right.
Where my recorder was. And, I didn't know what I was listening to. All I know is I heard something come up on the porch.
Right.
And it was messing around with my mom's stuff. You can hear boxes ripping again. I personally think there's language in there. I just can't be 100% sure, but
right.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know then.
Now, so you now moved in.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next year like?
The next year, I'm moving in my house, okay? I'm unpacking things. I ain't got no curtains up or nothing, okay? It's dark outside. And my pole light ain't even up yet, okay?
Okay, so it's completely dark in the yard.
Yeah. I mean, I can see my mom's lights from her new home, okay, straight across from my living room window. But I see this light between my house and her house, which don't supposed to be there. So I'm looking at it, and the next thing I see it move sideways, and now I'm looking at two eyes.
Okay.
I'm thinking, possible bear, Really, I didn't think it was them, I don't know about eye shine yet.
Yeah.
Okay. But I know bear have eye shine. I didn't know they had eye shine. Anyway, I'm watching it. I wanted a camera, okay? So I could film this thing, whatever it was. All I had over at the house was a baby monitoring camera.
Okay.
I put that webcam in that window, and I went back in the room, set that monitor up that's connected to that camera, put my cell phone down, and started filming that monitor.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And you've seen the footage. It's that high shine. I filmed that thing for almost an hour and a half to go
in the same spot,
and where it was sidestepping.
Oh wow!
I got all the footage. Where it sidestep all the way to that where it gets to that tree.
Yeah,
goes around that tree. When it sees me bump that camera, it starts taking off back and down. Back and downwards. Until it gets back in that lower area, back over there where it goes downhill down there. Right. Where I got corn and all. That's where it set for a while.
Okay.
The only reason I know that because that's where I filmed it at the end. Where I turned the camera all the way, locked in on it, and it was just squatting there. And that's where I ended up getting a footprint at as well, where it was squatted at. That was the biggest thing. And then, I guess soon after that, I got my camera, Traeger camera, got it in my laundry room window, facing toward the same way where this eye shine was at.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting over at my mom's house. We eating supper. Okay. We hear yelling going on outside. Me and Bob, we come outside with flashlights, trying to find out where this yelling's coming from.
Bob, your brother?
No, Bob.
Mr. Bob.
Mr. Bob. Yeah.
Okay.
He, we're outside. You can see on the footage, where we got the flashlights looking around. Never knew this thing was actually beating on my house.
Right.
When I found out they beat on the house, when I got the footage, listened to it, you hear the yelling.
Right.
And you also hear the banging.
So, okay, I know on your property, it's like a family compound almost. There's multiple houses,
right.
Multiple people living on this place. The thing that I thought was cool when we went there is that every single person there
Mm-hmm.
has an encounter.
Yep. Every one of them.
When did you start talking about it with them? How far in the process were you?
I started talking to Bob right off the bat.
Okay.
He done the same thing to me as I done to my brother.
Laughed it off.
Yeah, laughed it off. Until he had his own sighting. And the way his happened, him and my mom had a sighting together. They're driving down the driveway. It's done got dark. And right there before you come into that, like a tunnel, like
Yeah.
thing, right there where you're coming around. Anyway, right in there, they was coming in, and Bob seen these two these two eyes over there. And he told my mom, he said, "You see that?" And of course, she's looking right at it. So they're going real slow, and he quickly turns toward it and puts the bright lights on.
Right.
And it's sitting there standing behind the tree, coming around back and forth like this right here, on each side. And I said, "Well, what did it look like, Bob?" He said, "It was so black, all you could see is silhouette." And he had the bright lights on this thing.
Right.
And he's no further away, maybe halfway to your house.
Okay.
That far. Yeah.
See, some people talk about these things that they're so black and they're hitting them with light. It's almost like they're absorbing the light.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You
I
know?
agree, because ones I've seen, all but one has been solid black.
Right.
They're just black. Yeah.
So there was something interesting. Who was the lady I spoke with? She came to the campfire. She's an older lady. I don't know if it was your mom or not.
Oh, I think that was Miss TJ.
Okay. Well, what she said really kind of always made me wonder the downside to living on a place like this, because I want to live at a place like this, right? She said it's all cool for y'all because you got your cameras and you're out here running around and you're hoping to see one. She said, but I could be taking the trash out and it be standing there. She said, you don't understand how that feeling is.
That's right. That's right. And that'd be Miss TJ. And see, that's my exact same feelings out there.
Right.
Even my own dog is like that. Before he comes off that porch, he is actually smelling the woods.
Well, brother, like the thing that bothers me, I was telling you earlier and I was going to save it for the interview. What if these things come in your house?
They have opened the door.
They have opened your door?
They have opened my door.
Because that would terrify me. Like, do you sleep with your doors locked?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you'd have to. But, I mean, not that the lock would help, but if you wake up and the damn thing's standing there in your house, there's no getting away from you.
Yep. Because what it did, you hear it slap my glass door, and it slapped it mighty hard. And on the audio, you can actually hear, if you got earphones in, you can actually hear the door open.
Yep. And you come in there and the door was open.
Yep.
Do you think the day will come where they're comfortable enough to come inside?
I hope not. I wouldn't want that, dude.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's some of them I've seen, there ain't no way they coming in. They're just too big, unless they just tear through the house. The young ones, like the handprint maybe,
yeah,
that he collected, I believe he could come in the house. But the big ones, no, there ain't no way them things can come in.
How many have you seen?
I've seen 2 family groups.
Oh, a whole, like?
Family groups.
Okay.
Female, juvenile, kids.
Okay.
I've seen 2 groups. The single males were always by themselves. I've seen 3 of them. The brown one and 2 black ones. The first one I seen was a big black one.
Right.
The second one I seen was a brown one. Third one I seen the that one sticking his head out from behind a tree.
Right.
And that was the third one.
Imagine turning in late to this conversation.
Yeah.
And somebody hears first thing out of your mouth, First one I seen was a big black one.
Yeah.
We're talking about Bigfoot, people.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, my
Okay, you're good.
my ADD.
Yeah, I got it.
But so, how often, like, did all these sightings kind of happen at once? Like the family groups, explain to me what happened with those.
It happened over a 3-year period. The family group, I was just at my house, and I'm looking out my window, back window, out the back door, and there's this group of them, little kids, 3 little kids, a big mama. She's trying to hide, but she's too big to hide.
Right.
And then you got this juvenile just sticking his face out the vines that's back there. So I walked over, got my camera, snapped a picture of them.
Yeah.
And there it was.
So there was no father figure
No.
in this family? No. So it looks like they got a lot in common with humans.
Yep. And the second group was after the game warden stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I almost forgot about that. Walk us through the game warden ordeal, because this gives a lot of credence to the things I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I believe the government is actively trying to kill these things, wipe them off. And you have a story that goes along with that. So, yeah, please tell everybody about that.
All right. One day I drove out the gate and heading up the road, and I seen the game warden sitting there at the creek bridge. So I pulled over, and we're trying to find answers at this time of what these creatures are. Are they gonna hurt us? Well, we didn't know nothing. We didn't know. We didn't even know if we were really in danger or not.
So you hadn't got on the internet or nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what YouTube is at this time.
Right.
But anyway, I pulled up to him, asked him flat out, what are these big creatures that's in these woods? And he said, what do you mean? I said, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call them, And I told him what was going on at the house. So he says, can I come out there and look? I brought him back onto the property. No issue with that. And I showed him the area where we were seeing them, And we got into a little talk. And I asked him, said, can we shoot him? Get him out of here. Can we shoot him? Because this big brown one is following my mom around. That's the one that's been banging on the houses, who was staying right behind us, or in the daytime actually stand out in the open. He didn't care if you seen him or not.
Right.
And I asked him, can we shoot him? And he told us, not unless we're there. I said,
Not unless who's there?
Them.
The game warden. So if the game warden's there, you can kill it.
Right. But then he told me straight up, I can't kill him because they're federally protected.
He told you this?
He told me that. I still got the guy's name in my phone right now today.
Oh, wow.
But he told me that. And I said, wait a minute. If they're federally protected, then why are we told they don't exist? He changed the subject on me after that, But anyway, our talk ended. He left. I told my mom and my brother what went on. And so a little time passed, I guess about 2 or 3 weeks. I got my camera out there on the back porch, filming toward this area. And I see this little light coming up from the ground. And it's flashing, going over the area that I showed that game warden. And you see this little light until it gets out of the reach of the camera, And never knew what it was until, later on. But the year ended, and on February 12th, I think it was February 12th.
During hunting season?
Just right after hunting season,
Okay.
February 12th. Our hunting season ends right there at February.
Okay.
End of January is where our hunting season is. So February 12th or 13th up in there.
Right.
We started hearing automatic fire close to the house. And you could hear it tracing off, getting further away.
How many guys?
That's a lot, more than one machine gun going off.
Oh, wow, really?
It was automatic fire going off, dude. More than one.
Okay.
But this happened. I said it would happen for 2 days. Mr. Bob up front said it was 3 days. So that's why I always say 2 to 3
Okay,
days.
so somebody else also heard this stuff too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it ain't just me. Our whole family's hearing this stuff.
How long is this happening for?
It happened for 2 or 3 days.
No, but I mean at a time. Like, obviously they're not firing the whole
no,
2-3 days.
Shit. I couldn't be honest with you, tell you. I mean, it was, just multiples doing that. Then, you'd hear it stop for a little while and then start right back up. It ain't like a hunter out there, out there target practicing.
Yeah.
It ain't like that.
Right.
I mean, this was going off, dude.
Okay.
Like
they were running something down though.
Yeah, yeah. But after that, we never seen that big brown one again. And he was in the yard a lot now. Oh, we never seen that first family group again. The whole family group, even that big brown one, never seen him again. Come April, another family group moves in. So I'm filming on them,
So you think they went out there and killed?
I do. Either they run them off or they killed them. 1 to 2. My personal opinion, they killed them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think they'd be doing that?
To be honest with you, on the brown one, Joe, with that thing coming out in the open, not being afraid of us, seeing him and all that stuff, he becomes dangerous.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So that's what I'm figuring they did. I mean, it's just like if people feed bears.
Right.
They got to come in and shoot the bear.
Yeah, of course.
I'm thinking that's what basically happened. Yeah.
Right. Well, so I know your wife lived there with you for a while.
Yeah.
And she left.
Yeah, it got so dangerous, the walking away.
She left because of these things.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know it was them at the time. We thought it was people.
Oh, when she left, thought it was people.
Yeah.
So when she found out it was something else, did that change her?
Oh, yeah. She said she wasn't coming back to the house, ever.
Okay.
Ever. Once she found out it was these critters, she wasn't coming back. So we just had long distance marriage, She's over at my daughter's house. I'm over at our house, I mean, I go over there basically every week,
Right.
all that good stuff. But yeah,
she's back now.
Oh yeah, she's back now, and believe it, I kid you not, man, she's only been back a week. Okay, these marks are still on the house. But she's sitting in a room, and here comes 3 bangs on the damn house. 1 week after she shows up,
right,
they bang on the house. These marks are still there today. It's been a year.
What is her thought process on the whole thing?
She ain't scared no more,
right,
but it visibly shows. I mean, it's kind of like my mom. My mom won't never walk back outside at nighttime. She hasn't since the day she found out these things were real. And my wife's the same way. She won't go outside at night.
Right.
But that's about like it is. Me and my brother Bobby, it's the only ones who go out at night, so because we got to take our dogs out.
Yeah.
And my brother Jerry, who just moved up there up front,
mm-hmm.
Now he ain't had a reaction, anything happen yet. But
have you warned him?
Yeah, he's been warned. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What does he laugh about it?
No, he believes every bit of it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of,
because he knows. I mean, when he hears the audios and he sees what I show him on videos and stuff like that, I mean, you can't doubt it.
Right.
I mean, I doubted my brother. I did. But there wasn't no proof.
Right.
Like I had showed my brother Jerry. That's a big difference.
Well, so the audio collection that you have is amazing. You have been recording every single moment of every single day for how many years now?
Since July 5th of 2019.
And you haven't even listened to most of it.
No, I'm still behind 3 years.
Oh, wow. But I know you wanted to play some. You brought some evidence to back up your claims. And I'll tell you, like, obviously when you hear things like, because I had heard and heard and heard, Flat Rock's place, yada, yada. I had heard it for a while. And then we were making that documentary, and I was like, let's go to this place, see if it's what they say it is. That weekend, we did a damn decoy experiment. Well, we showed up and the handprint was there. The handprint was so strange. And then the fact that we found a separate handprint that you didn't know about.
That's right.
Then during the day, we hear some scream from the creek right after we turned the cameras off.
Right after we turned the camera off. In broad daylight.
Yeah, in broad daylight. We had just been where that scream came from.
Yeah.
Later that night, we do the decoy experiment. I'm seeing lights, and there's a knock reply to my knocks, which made me come out of the suit. I was like, hell with this. My friends ain't gonna do shit but watch. They're not gonna help. And then Richard and Joey film this object that's just standing still staring at them. And Richard just goes about his way because he doesn't think, oh, it can't be. I mean, it's obviously a living object, but it can't be that. It can't be nothing of interest because it's not moved in so long. But these things are so patient.
They stay still.
They will wait your ass out.
Yeah.
And then I find that track that I accidentally step in.
Yeah.
I see it as I'm stepping down that hill and land right next to it, which alters the shape of it.
Yep.
But, all that stuff that went on in that one weekend had me sold.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, before we get into the audio, walk me through a normal day. Okay. So I know they're not there all the time, but how are you reacting to that day? Like, are you like, what's going to happen today? You know what I mean? Like, how is life for somebody who lives in a habituation site?
Life is always looking over your shoulder.
Okay.
Always looking over your shoulder. And, you listen better out there. You basically know every sound that's going on out there.
Right.
Because you're constantly on guard out there. That's basically what it's like. Even when they're not around, you're still on guard. Even though you know they're not around, you're still on guard.
Are you afraid?
No, I'm not afraid. I am to go in the woods by myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't out there hunting yet. Yeah, I won't even go in the woods to hunt yet. I hunt out my backyard.
Right.
But no, I won't go in the woods by myself.
It's got to be wild, man. Just the amount of stress that I think people could put on themselves living in that kind of situation, because at any given moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they could step out and just scream right at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just scream right at you.
But you stay there.
Yeah. I mean, we lost our house in Hurricane Michael.
Yeah.
Over in Panama City.
And this is why you ended up there?
That's why I ended up there. I mean, we've bought the property. We bought the property 2014, 2015, somewhere up in that area. And I didn't move out there at the time because I had cancer.
Okay.
So I stayed in Panama City to deal with that. Then Hurricane Michael comes. Right after I had my surgery, here comes Hurricane Michael. Messes the house up. I had to get a loan. Get out of there.
How bad was the house?
Oh, it was ripped in 4 pieces.
Oh, just absolutely done.
Yeah, one more good blast, that house was going in the street.
Where were you at?
In Springfield.
Which is where?
Panama City.
Oh, so you stayed during Hurricane Michael?
Yeah.
You were in your house?
Yeah. I'm about 5 miles from Tyndall Air Force Base, where I was at.
Okay.
And that's
good Lord.
Yeah. I come over our house. Yeah.
I'm sorry to sidetrack, but that's just, I mean, it's interesting to me. I did a documentary for PBS with Les Stroud and one of the segments was surviving disasters. One of the segments was on Hurricane Michael. We interviewed different people. The stories like damn near make you cry, but like you want to talk about that for a little bit. Like, how did that whole night go? Why didn't you leave?
It actually happened. The hurricane come through the daytime.
Yeah.
When it hit us. I didn't leave because really we couldn't. I mean, cause I'm on disability.
Yeah.
I'm a steady income. It's that.
Yeah.
And you're restricted on doing certain things. You get a certain amount of money every month, and that's it.
Yeah.
But when that happened, after it happened, the government come in, the small business people administration. I got an unsecured loan from them, and bought me a home.
Well, what happened during the storm? Like, how was that? Like,
Oh my goodness gracious, dude. That was scary, dude. I couldn't even tell you, man. I mean, I'm in the house. You can hear the wind blowing. You hear the trees falling. We lost all the pecan trees out in the yard. We had a bunch of them. You can look out the window next door and you see these big old trees. Twice my size. I'm very big, pretty good sized dude, and they're just falling right on over. Once that ground gets moist, real good and soft, down it comes. I watched. There's a pawn shop. Dan's pawn shop was right down the road from me. I was standing at the door when I watched their big old sign just flying down the road. Down Springfield Avenue, just flying down Springfield Avenue. Craziest stuff you ever see.
are y'all in the hallway or anything? Are y'all like?
Well, my wife is over at my daughter's house. They wanted me to go over there. I wasn't going over.
Where was that at?
Over in Callaway.
Okay, so kind of out of the storm.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't out of the storm. I mean, she lost her roof. But
It wasn't by Tyndall.
No, wasn't
Right.
by Tyndall.
Yeah, because Tyndall got messed up too.
Yeah, Tyndall got wiped away.
Right.
Basically. He goes, just like Mexico Beach got wiped away.
Yeah.
I'm on the east side of the storm, but it was still real powerful.
Yeah.
Because we was in that high part. It took 80% of the trees. Yeah, I used to not even be able to see the paper mill from my front door.
Right.
You can look out my front door now over there. My son rebuilt the house. You can actually see the paper mill now.
Where were you in the house when it started breaking apart?
I was in the living room, me and my Great Dane.
What was that like?
Well, I got a tube in my throat.
Oh,
there.
shit.
So, yeah. You're just hoping you don't go out in the street. Nobody knew it was going to come in that powerful. The sheriff department didn't even come down the road warning people till after midnight that night, and the hurricane hit that morning. You didn't have time to evacuate.
Yeah.
I got my wife over to my daughter's house. I stayed at my house. The only thing we could do is ride it out.
Right. Now, were you on any kind of oxygen or anything because of?
No.
No, you just sitting there with a tube in your throat and the house breaks into pieces.
Yeah, that's the only reason I had a tube in my throat, because you see where they cut my neck.
Yeah.
And they took all lip noise out, and it was like a drain.
Yeah. Did when the house finally broke,
Split.
Split?
Split.
Like that?
In 4 pieces. I mean, it didn't come down.
Yeah.
It's just a roof split. It wasn't a straight plus. I mean, it was like, say you got a split down here, right here, and then another one come in it from this direction.
Yeah.
And then the sideways, you'd have it like this, and the other one be over here. Just split in 4 pieces.
Okay, did it wait till the end of the storm to do that, or did
No, it happened during the storm. Right there on the backside of the storm.
Yeah.
That's when it happened.
How long did you have to ride it out in that house with it busted to pieces?
Well, all the windows were gone. All water all in the house, dude. And tank of water's coming down through the roof. I guess a couple hours.
Gosh, damn.
Yeah, because it was a slow moving storm.
Yeah.
I mean, over here where you at, over in Torreya.
Oh, and Trey, it looked like a bomb went off, bro.
Yeah.
And so, do you have cell service?
No, we don't have no kind of service now. Some people did. T-Mobile, I think they was the only one who had service at the time.
Yeah.
Me, I only had a landline, like a Magic Jack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's all I had. Yeah.
Oh, wow, and that didn't work at all.
Oh no.
So, how long was it before somebody came to you?
I would say 4 days. Yeah.
What?
Before we got gas. Yeah.
So, what did you do for the 4 days? You just sat there suffering?
Yeah, just sit there in the heat. Yeah.
Because it's hot as hell.
Oh yeah, hot as shit. Yeah.
Damn it, brother. That's...
With a tube in my throat.
Yeah. Did you have food or water?
Oh yeah. I had food and water. Not much water, but enough until them people come. They come out of Niceville for all. They was people come out of Niceville, and when the guy come by, he was just walking down the block, and me and Doc were sitting out on the porch.
You and who?
Me and my wife.
Okay, so
Not Dorothy.
she had came before that 4 days?
Yeah, she had came back to the house after the hurricane done passed.
Yeah.
Came on back to the house, yeah.
Okay, and what situation are you in at that moment?
The same, just staying in a house that's all busted up. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No,
sorry to laugh, but
no
fuck,
electricity.
man.
No, all our frozen goods was
Everything's done.
gone, yeah. All the looting started right off the bat, dude. Right off the bat, even before the backside even left.
You got people riding by stealing.
Oh yeah, man. They destroyed the stores over. Sunshine that used to be over there. The next morning after the storm, they looted Sunshine, and the cops knew how how bad it was.
Right.
So they allowed the people to go in, get what they needed, but they couldn't touch the meat. Could not touch the meat.
Because it's bad?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They get anything they wanted in the store, can't touch the meat, and they let us do it legally.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Getting goods and stuff. Okay. Well, that's terrible.
Yeah. Then a hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, you don't live around them no more.
No.
You don't have to put up with that shit no more.
That's right.
That weekend, we lost like $15,000 because this movie set here that we're sitting in, we were supposed to film that weekend, and all the flights were canceled. We knew the storm was coming in. We didn't know if it was going to hit here or where, because if you remember, they didn't know exactly where it was going to go in. Yeah. They were predicting originally it was going to come in up over here.
Yeah.
And then it got pushed. But we still had to pay everybody because we had booked their time.
Yeah.
And they had cleared their schedule, right? So we didn't have no trouble. You couldn't even tell that a hurricane had really come through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're on the far side, but we still had winds and rain. Because that was a big-ass storm, dude.
Yeah.
It was a massive.
I was listening on the radio in the car after the hurricane done come through this area. I'd hear people from Quincy and Sneed just completely blocked in their house. They couldn't even get out of their house. Trees were on top of their houses and all that stuff.
One of the ladies we interviewed, her daddy or granddaddy or something was dependent on oxygen. Mm-hmm. Well, he died during this storm. Yep. It took them 7 days because the National Guard had to cut them out. Mm-hmm. The roads nobody could get to them.
Nobody could get to them.
Right. And she said the eye had went right over, and it was weird because it was like all of a sudden it was good weather. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you could see the wall. But they had to sit in there with their deceased loved one for a week.
That's terrible, dude.
Yeah, just some of the stories, dude, that people were telling. Like, one lady was in like a 3-story apartment right down by I think it's Anderson's, the fish market. Mm-hmm. Right there at the fish market, right? Yep. And she got in the bathroom, and everything on the floors of that hotel or that apartment complex was gone except for the bathroom because it was surrounded in the piping.
I'll be darned.
And that's where she stayed. And I mean, just it's terrible, but like the stories interest me.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a hell of an ordeal.
Yeah, it is.
If anything made me leave Florida, it'd be that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's what ended up us moving out there, and totally new story.
Yeah, I don't know if it worked out for the best, but you know, you got this life now that's kind of you wouldn't have had.
No.
So maybe that's a silver lining.
Could be. If you look at it.
If you look at it, if you look at it for one.
I mean, it is for researchers.
Yeah. So, hey, when was the first time you had a researcher out there, and what made you get to that point?
The first person I actually had out there was a pastor.
Okay.
He's actually a Bigfoot researcher.
Yeah.
He was actually local. His name was Wesley Ackerman. And I think this is the second time he came over. We walked into my house, the trailer, and I ain't even moved in there yet, when he came over. But we went in there, and I played him some audio that I captured. I wanted to hear it. And we listened to it all, and we come back outside, and off to the side of my back bedroom, it was on outside, it was a little hill. It stood about table high. And I put a camera in there, a trail camera, right there on that hill.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're slinging guns at this time, but because
Yeah, you don't know.
Right at the start of this stuff, it's dangerous. My wife's not there no more. So we're in the middle. But when we walked out and down them 3 steps, you see us on the trail camera. All 3 of us, and we thought the trail camera was going off on us. Okay, which it did. But what we didn't know, that was there something standing right behind us.
Oh, wow.
Caught the eye shine of him standing right there behind us, no more than 20 feet behind us.
Did y'all know he was there?
Did not know he was there. We shined our flashlights over there. Did not see nothing. But yet there on the trail camera picture, there he is.
There it is.
There he is. Yeah.
Wow. Well, so why'd the preacher quit coming out?
For that simple fact.
Oh, really? That was scared him straight.
Yeah. I mean, I continued talking to him for a while, sending him some audio and all, but the last time he come over, Cowboy, which is Joe Pass, Joe Parker, Miss Pat, and Miss April, which is Joe Pass's wife, they come over to experience what's going on out there.
Well, hey, you talked about the audio. I kind of said, let's play some, and then we started talking about something else.
Yeah.
Let's get into some of this audio that you brought.
All right. Let's go with one of your films.
Okay.
The one you did down in Everglades.
Yep.
Bigfoot
Skunk Ape
Experiment.
Yeah, okay. And Micah, yeah.
Roger.
Uh-huh.
I with disfigured face. He wrote on a piece of paper this word he heard.
Hoo-ya-hey.
Hoo-ya-hey. I captured something very similar to it. Because when I first heard that, I didn't even know about your audio. Okay?
Right.
Your Skunk Ape Experiment. I was asking people, have y'all heard this before? Is this native language? I was asking a bunch of people. And then I watched your movie, your documentary. And there it was.
Right.
Just who's to hate to us what I got. It's crazy, dude. Sounds almost exactly what the dude wrote on a piece of paper.
Wow. He used to call them up like that. I seen him do it twice. He'd walk out to the woods and say that, and the damn things would come up.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but he said that first night that he had an encounter, looked at him and said that shit.
Yeah. But that's where after all the people asked, That's where I got my answer from, off your movie. And I didn't even know you at the time.
Right,
You
right.
know? Ain't even seen you.
Yeah,
You know? That was before the Florida conference.
right.
You know? And that's where I first met you at.
Yeah.
Well, eventually you come over to my house. We'll go there. Done the handprint.
Yeah, yeah. When this filming Journey to Belief.
Yep. Got out there, in your suit, put them chips, which I don't know how you even tolerate without all that stuff on you. But
I had this guy a couple of weeks ago come in, and I was like, "Hey, we'll hit this before we do it." And you take a deep breath of it, and I passed it to him, and he was like, "It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad." And he's like, "Whoa!"
yeah, I'm still wondering how you breathe through that suit, dude.
It was rough.
It was rough. But anyway, you was out there, you know, doing the sounds, you know, going a little nutty out there.
Yeah.
You know, but, well, you come back again, I guess, a few months later.
Yeah, it wasn't too long. My wife was going to her mom's house, and I was like, "Hey, just drop me off."
Yeah, just going over to camp out. No Bigfoot stuff, no nothing.
Yeah.
You know, but we're all sitting around the fire. I ended up going back in the house. Yeah, it was getting a little late. I ended up hearing you and Tyler finally started heading to your tents.
Yeah.
You know, I hear y'all getting off tents. And a few minutes later, you know, I come outside and I ask y'all simply, "Hey, did y'all just say something out here?"
Right.
Yeah. And y'all both said no. And I eventually played Tyler. I don't know if I played it to him that night or next morning.
I think it was next morning.
Because it makes me wonder if these things have memories or if it's the same group or the same one that you was having interactions with that night you was out there in that suit. Because it almost did the same thing you did out there.
Right.
Yeah. You just park it, Kira. You'll hear yourself.
All right, brother.
That's you.
That one still blows my mind because we weren't. I know it sounds like I'm a ways off. I'm not that far.
No.
I'm not that. I'm maybe 15 yards tops from the mic.
Yep.
Maybe
At
the furthest, I would say. And Tyler's tent is not far from mine.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, "Yo, bud.
Yeah.
See you in the morning."
Yeah.
And I'm getting in my tent, and so where the mic is on, I guess, would be what, the eastern side of the house? Yeah. I'm walking south. I have to walk right by the end of the house because there's a walkway through there. It's not wide. The woods aren't far away, you know, but my tent is a little bit further back.
Mm-hmm.
And so that damn thing had to be standing right there watching me. And I said what I said before I got to my tent.
Mm-hmm.
It must have started making them sounds right as it seen me.
Right at this thing, yeah.
You know.
And it makes me wonder, you know, did this thing remember that was you out there doing that in the wood?
How did we not hear it?
Exactly. And
how did I not hear that?
And it's this next vocal. It's the same audio, okay? Same audio. It said a word.
It's later that night.
This is within minutes of it doing that.
Okay.
Within minutes. You moving around in the tent.
Wow, I didn't never hear that part.
Yep. There it was. Yeah.
And you could tell it's not me in the tent.
No, you can actually hear you moving around trying to get comfortable in the tent.
Right.
And it's right off to your side, somewhere close to you. That's why I had come out of the house.
Was this after you had came out already?
No, this is
before.
This happened before I come out.
Yeah, I remember you coming out.
Yeah, because it was only it's a 6 minute, almost 7 minute audio clip.
Right.
And after I stopped it, I came out.
Right.
I asked y'all, did y'all just say something out here?
Right.
I said no. And I think I said, well, something just said something out here. I just walked back in the house, and played it the next morning for y'all. Mostly that monkey sound.
Yeah. It was one of I tell you, that I have no explanation for that.
Me neither.
Because I tried to run through my own head. I'm like, is that you? Yeah, like me. Am I making that damn sound?
No.
If I'm making that sound, I don't remember it. And I don't know why I would be making that sound as I'm getting into my tent, right? Because you can hear the zipper going.
You can't be breathing the way you was moving around, making those sounds.
Right.
Because you can hear you.
And it sounds closer.
Yeah.
It sounds closer to the mic. I think it was right there at the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
And I bet you if I'd have turned my fucking head, I'd have looked right at it.
Yeah. Because say this is you right here. Here's my mic right here. I think that thing was right in here.
Yeah.
Right in here. Just straight across from you.
Right.
On the back side of the house right there.
Because you could hear it stepping away as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So what else you got?
I got the yelling and banging that I was talking about earlier.
Right.
When I was over at my parents' house, and we come out with flashlights.
Yeah.
I could play that real quick. I mean, this is what actually also I was hearing that night of July 4th.
Okay.
The yelling.
Yeah.
Banging on my house.
That's your dog?
No, that's that banging on my house. Yelling and banging. And that's when we come out with the flashlights. Right after that. They banging on my house.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's it. Yelling and banging on my house. Yeah. Sure enough. But we come out with the flashlights. And I guess once we flash the flashlight over there, you can hear him go,
whoa,
and then take off back to the woods.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right there. We took off to the woods.
Nice.
Yeah. But I'd say the best audio, though, I got, this is baby. It's a baby one out there in the woods. You're hearing a baby talking out in the woods. That's got to be the best one. I think.
Play it, bro.
Man, you can hear two of them, a bigger one, doing this, woo, and then all of a sudden you hear this baby start whining or talking or whatever it's doing. But it's cool, man. I loved it. Out there. That's crazy.
And you're sitting on terabytes of this shit.
Yeah. 3 years. I know I got some more talking. I caught back in August of 21.
When was that?
That was in 21 as well.
Okay.
And that year I actually caught a picture of one that I believe is one actually holding up a baby.
Okay.
A picture. I mean, it looks it.
Right.
But you know how looking, a picture is.
Yeah.
It's deceiving or whatever. But that's when I got that audio. The original audio was 10 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's only a minute 20 of 10 minutes.
Right.
You know, so, but yeah. Another thing they always done, they make our dogs howl a lot. You know, I didn't know why the dogs howled all the time back then until after I started recording. I finally found out why they was howling like they was, like coyotes out in the woods, you know, just howling away. These things was making them howl.
Okay.
And why they do that, I believe they get them dogs going, making a real big racket while they're moving to the woods. You know,
Cover them up.
cover the sounds, yeah. I mean, it's another great audio. You know, it's just what I call a juvenile messing with our dogs.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. I think I caught this in 21. Ethel. That's Boot. And then you'll hear him do a long,
Right.
and there goes the dogs.
Just to cover their sound.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's basically what they were doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing that till I actually caught it, but that's what they were doing.
Help me
Our
ask,
dog kept going crazy like they did.
why do you think they're there?
Oh goodness gracious! I think that's a travel way for them.
Right.
You know, that's really my only guess.
Just going up down that river?
Yeah, up and down that river and down that creek.
Yeah.
You know, and we're just in the way. You know, before we even moved out there, there's 2 BFRO Class A sightings that was out there. Yeah, that's in their database.
Right.
And it happened to be at the 2 bridges, one on this end, one on the other end, and we're in between.
Right.
You know.
Well, I guess we could go ahead and talk about it now because by the time this comes out, it will all be up and running. Mm-hmm. You have been gracious enough to grant us permission to do a year-long project.
Yes, sir.
We will be starting the end of January, the Alabama Bigfoot project. Basically just a year-long study of, with audio recorders and then boots on the ground and just kind of see if we can pick up on a pattern, what kind of evidence we can have collected in that time.
Correct.
How are you feeling about that? I'm super excited because I know there's going to be slow times and things of that nature, but in my opinion, your place, it deserves something like that.
Yeah. I believe it. I mean, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wanting to do this since this first started. Because this is all we're going to do is help me.
Right.
Not by name, but by, learning more of what these things are doing out there.
Right.
I don't even consider myself a researcher. Never will be. I ain't got the mind frame to be a researcher. So I just collect.
Right.
Record stuff like that. That's not researching. That's just collecting.
Documenting.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
A lot of people get that mixed up. I'm just a property owner that happens to have a property that these creatures are coming through. A creature that I never believed existed, and yet here they are, I want people like skeptics, to see how real these things are. Like Joey.
Yeah.
Like Joey. But my biggest thing is so other families like mine don't walk into this kind of situation again.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Right.
Because we walked in this thing blind. I mean, blinder than blind. And it caused a lot of problems.
Right.
and it messed up our family, messed up mine for 5 years. So
There's a downside to all this.
there's a downside, yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be scared to death if the damn things were going to come in the house. That's just me. Well, buddy, do you think that it will ever be proven to exist?
I believe we all know they exist. I mean, you got to have people who go totally deny it.
I mean, like a government recognition.
A government recognition. I mean, people say it's got to take a body.
Yeah.
Well, we already had that being hoaxed on us.
Yeah?
As you know. So what's body going to do?
Cause more fucking people thinking you're full of it.
Exactly.
I think that even if we have a body, they won't take it serious.
Exactly. So the best thing we could do, is get close-up footage. Thermal. Clear, up close, moving, thermal. I am going to be investing in a marine pan and zoom thermal. It's right at $5,000.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be setting it up to where, I can, zoom any which way I need to, 180 degrees.
Yeah. Well, I come across a YouTube video with a really cool setup. This guy basically went in the middle of the woods and made moonlight, right? And he had these cameras set in, and he was running like Sony's really good low light cameras, and he was filming like bears, squirrels, different kinds of weasel looking things, I guess. But at nighttime without any artificial light, like IR or anything, just by simply lighting up a spot that the moon already shined on. You know what I mean? So an animal wouldn't think any different. I'd really like to deploy something like that out at your place.
That would be cool.
You make it look natural and see what you can get. But
I mean, 'cause these things are smart.
Oh, yeah.
What we think, these things are not dumb gorillas.
Right.
What they are, I don't know, but I know they're large, hairy, and scary.
Yeah.
I could say that much.
Yeah.
But,
well, brother, I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out, man. This was a good one. So, but yeah, we're gonna have the link in the description here for the website for the project. Everybody, y'all can tune in and see what we're going to keep everybody updated as how it's going. And I'm really excited. I think something, because especially if we can get people out there every weekend to check the recorders, to be there in case an encounter happens or maybe have an encounter. I think after a year, 365 days, this, what I kind of want to do with it is a project that should have already been done, but places like yours are super hard to find.
That's the truth. I mean, I know a couple other places. In Alabama. I know they're active because I actually had an encounter at one of the people's properties. But he's not gonna cameras at his house.
Right.
He leaves.
See, that's what makes this one unique. It's like not only is all the stuff going on, we can all you're cool with us doing the project.
Yeah.
So
I mean, cause it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna help me.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll help another family that don't walk in this blind like we did.
I'm hoping we could pull. So I'm pretty confident that over a year, our data collection will stand on its own.
Absolutely.
Well, brother, thank you so much, man. It's been great, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Bigfoot Underground. Now, if you like what you saw tonight, please hit that like button, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can be alerted when I drop new content. Now, if you'd like to be a guest on the show or have a story that you'd like to share, please email me at BigfootStacy13@gmail.com. Till next time, stay safe and stay squatchy.